Hey, what's up everyone? We are here with Joe. Joe is a Masters athlete, competes in the Open. He has qualified for regionals before, done that online qualifier, and he had a question earlier about elbow pain. So sometimes in Masters athletes, but not just in Masters athletes, and CrossFit Masters is 35 plus, so it seems young, but we see people with elbow pain. And what we see them do is voodoo floss band their elbow, oh, it's gone away, it comes back later. A lot of times if we have pain in a certain joint, we look directly at that joint instead of looking at what leads up to it. So Kelly Starrett from Ability WOD used to always talk about look downstream, upstream, and we're going to be talking about looking upstream today towards the shoulder. So if you get elbow pain when you do front squats, thrusters, kipping pull-ups, whatever it happens to be, I know your elbow hurts, but that elbow is supposed to be a stable joint. So it only moves front to back, right? It opens and closes. Our wrist moves in a lot of different ways. Our shoulder moves all over the place, all right? But if our shoulder is tight, if we're missing range of motion, that tension, that stress has to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to our elbow. So first thing we're gonna look at with Joe is his external rotation. So you know this one. Elbows and wrists together, and he tries to separate his hands, and believe it or not, that is an improvement for Joe. All right, so ideally we can see his whole head, his ears, everything. Drop your arms and relax. Now if you look at Joe when he goes into a front rack position, if I externally rotate, that's all he's got. And that means he's gonna put a ton of stress right here on his elbow. So if we work on external rotation, we have a couple of videos on that, his elbow pain will get better, it can go away because we have more range of motion in the shoulder. The next thing we look at is if Joe just lifts his arms directly overhead with his elbows locked out, lock out that elbow best you can, brace your abs. If you come around and look from the side, we can see that he actually can't get his arms overhead. So every time Joe kips or presses overhead, that strain and tension has to go somewhere. It can go to your lower back and also go to your elbow. And then every time Joe kips, he probably bends his elbow a little bit, and now that puts a lot of strain through the joint in this position, trying to kip, because that naturally happens. The shoulder internally rotates, the elbow bends. You can see it in people when they kip. You can relax, Joe. So if you have elbow pain, I know you're sitting there digging on your elbow, everything around it. It might be voodoo floss banding, you might be tacking and flossing with a lacrosse ball, but if we don't fix that shoulder range of motion, you're always gonna have unneeded stress going down to that elbow, and the elbow's gonna be doing a job that it's not meant to do. All right, so to fix that elbow pain, check out those shoulders, make sure they're working right. If you have any questions, let us know. If you're in pain and you want a program to help you get out of it, message us, we can help you out.